Hello everyone, welcome to this new TouchDesigner tutorial. In this tutorial we're gonna look to the next chapter of the Generative Design book, and we're gonna end with a network that will look like this one. We're gonna use a script on the dots, on family, and yeah. So I'm gonna put this aside, I'm gonna close this, and we're gonna start from scratch. First, we're gonna go up of the project and we need to have a layout of 1280 by 1280 and we need to look to the background top BG. We go inside and we put the render top. We change in the common page the resolution to 1280 by 1280 and change the pixel format to 16 float. Finally, null that will be BG. And then we need to add a camera. This camera will have a view orthographic on the bottom left, and the ortho width will be to parent dot width. Okay, the settings of the camera will be background color to 1, so we don't need to add it after the render top. Okay, we're gonna use a circle and geometry. This geometry will have a constant material. Then we need to add a line. This line will be attached to a copy sub and to a geometry. And this will have a line material, and we add a rectangle attached to a null. And we add also a line material. Material that's it. Okay, if we look to the processing sketch, we need to declare these parameters, and yeah, all of this. So we're gonna use first we will divide the screen, and on the right panel we need to choose panel, and now we can change the size, and we need to add here a panel chop. On this panel chop we're gonna select inside U and inside B. We rename the channels to click, TX and TY. Then we add a math. This math will be integer round. The range will be from 0 to 1 to 0 to parent dot width, and this will only affect on the scope to TX. Then we need to add another math, and this math will be also integer round. The range will be to parent height, and the common will be only TY. Then after this we use a merge. This merge will be attached to a null, and this null will be renamed to params. Okay, then we need to add the keyboard in. We need to put the keys 1 and 2. Then we use a rename, and on the rename we need to rename to reset the key 1, and the key 2 will be equal to lines. Okay, and after this we add a logic. We can copy and paste it, and on the first logic we'll need to change the channel pre-op to toggle, and on the command page we only affect 2 lines, and the logic 2 will be act as a bypass, so we only need to select reset and we don't need to do anymore. And we connect those logics to the merge. Okay, finally we need to add a constant, and here we need to add more channels, and the first channel will be named max count. This will be equal to 1000. Then we need to mean radius equal to 3, and max radius equal to 50, and finally the size of the rectangle, mouse rect, this will be equal to 30. And yeah, that's it for the variables. So we connect it to the merge, and then we can access to this params chop operator. Okay, so after this we only need to add a script that then this script will change a table. This table needs to have a manual size that will be the max count on the rows and 4 columns. Then after this we need to insert. We will insert 1 row, and the contents will be the header, so it will be tx, ty, r, and closest index. Finally we add a null. This null will be converted to chop. Here we change to names, and first column to values, and 1 channel per column. So we have 4 channels with 1000 samples. And finally we add a null, and this null will be renamed to instance. Then we will use this instance chop on this geometry 1. So we active the instancing. We drag the default instance OP, and we select tx for translate x, ty for translate y, and on the scale we will select r. And also of the color of this is an outline, so we need to change the color to black, and we need to change the material wireframe to topology wireframe. And yeah, that's it. So it's so small that we can see it, but we will see them when we have the code done. So that's it for now. We're gonna start coding. So I'm gonna edit the contents of this. I'm gonna close this. Oops. I'm gonna close this. And we're gonna delete this example. We're gonna import the random module, import random. I'm gonna save. We delete this append and we change it to int, and the name will be current count, and the label will be current count. We save it, go back to TouchDesigner, click set of parameters, and we have our parameters. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna start coding. So the first thing will be, after this script up clear, we're gonna define parameters. Our first parameter is width. This is equal to parent dot width, and height, that is equal to parent dot height. After this, current count will be to the script of current count. The max count will be equal to OP params, the channel max count, and we evaluate. We can copy and paste this, and we need to call the reset, channel reset. Then we need to have mouse X to TX, copy and paste, mouse Y to TY, then mouse pressed is equal to copy and paste this line. This will be equal to click, and mean radius will be equal to mean radius max radius will be equal to max radius, and finally mouse rect. Well, we don't need it actually, so we can forget it. No, oh, sorry, we need it, because that's the way to calculate when we press the mouse. So mouse rect will be equal to param mouse rect. Okay, after this we will define memory samples. The samples will be the operator instance is equal to x of the channel 0, and we can copy and paste it 3 times. Then the second, change it to y to the channel 1, r to the channel 2, and closest in index to the channel 3. Okay, we save it, and the program is working. Now we start the program. We need to create a random position. We want to create it with new x. It's equal to random.uniform. This uniform will be from 0 plus max radius to width minus max radius. And we can copy and paste this one, and we change it only to new y, and here we change it to height, and we add new r that is equal to min radius. Okay, we save it and it's still working, so we're going good. Then first, if the mouse is pressed, we need to add only the circles that are when we move the position of the mouse. So to make this, we need to add an if mouse press it's true, then our new x will be equal to random dot uniform mouse x minus mouse rect divided by 2, and the second limit, the upper limit, will be this mouse x plus. Then we can copy and paste this, change it to new y, and then to mouse y and mouse y. We save it and we're good. Then we need to define the parameter that will be the variable of the intersection section. This will be a bool false, and then this program will only run when the current index of the copies is inside the max count. Once the max count, we reach that max count, the program will stop. So to make this, we need to use an if current count it's greater or equal that max count will pass. If not, we will run the program. So first we're gonna find out if new circle intersects with the others. So we're gonna use a for loop in range of current count. In this for loop, we're gonna calculate the distance with the math dist module. We need to add a new x, new y, and we will check it with the current position of the current sample. And we need to close this with brackets and save it. This is working good. Then if that distance is lower than new r plus the radius of the sample, then the intersection is true and we break. And if the intersection it's true, we will pass. If not, no intersection, add a circle. So if we have no intersection, we can add a circle. If intersection equal to false, then get closest neighbor and closest possible radius. Okay, we're gonna declare the new radius of the circle that we're gonna add. Now it's width, and after this we need to do another for in range current count. Now we're gonna count inside the yeah, we're gonna look for each index. We're gonna compare to each added index before. That's why this for loop is. So here we're gonna calculate the distance again, so we can reuse this line here. And if the new radius is greater than the distance minus the radius of the current sample, then that radius will be the compare radius. And we add it to the table. There is current count, the row current count, and the column 3 will be equal to the index. Then after the for, we need to check if new radius it's greater than max radius, then the new radius it's equal to max radius. Save, and we have some problems here. Intersection it's equals to true, and yeah, now working good. Okay, we're gonna close to the result. After this comparison, we need to add the values, the radius, the positions, and the radius of the new circle. So this will be something like this. So we can copy and paste it here. Here will be the column 0, and this will be equal to new x. And then we can copy and paste it. The column 1 will be equal to new y, and the column 3 will be equal, 2 will be equal to new radius. Finally, we are doing this, you can see it, but we need to have more samples, so we need to add the count every time these loops is calculating. So here we're gonna add 1 to count, and current count will be equal to 1, and we'll need to assign this to the parameter of the operator. So script of dot bar dot current count will be equal to current count. And now It's okay, the index. Mhm. Line 55. Okay, so I need to check this error. Wait a second, please. Okay, so I found the error that it's this bracket needs to be outside the X. And now we save it. And that's it. Now line 66. Let me see. Okay, here's the same thing. We put the X inside and now we are having the circles. And here we have a problem because R, no, this is good. Okay, so we're gonna add the reset state and then we're gonna go look inside the code to see what it's having problems. Okay, so if reset, then we need to reset the parameter current count to 1 and the up table 1 we need to clear and we're gonna keep the first row to true and we need to keep also the size to true. Then we need to set random parameters, so this will be equal to this line. We can copy and paste it and then we're gonna assign on the row 0 column 0, this will be equal to this one. Yeah, this one. We can copy and paste it 4 times. Then on the one column we will change to height, and on the second column will be equal to max radius, and the third column will be equal to the index 0. So if we reset here first row, so now it's working good, the reset, and I need to check again what it's not doing the correct sizes. Okay, I see that the error is here on this comparison. So if we change it and reset, now it's working good. And if we click, it would follow the mouse. So yeah, that's it. We are almost done. We only need to change some things on the materials. Here we change the line width to 2 maybe. Then um, on this line material, we're gonna change the color to 226 divided by 255, 185 divided by 255, and 0 divided by 255. And we turn off the specifying line far color. We also check the blending transparency to on, and the width near we change it to 1. Okay, and on this rectangle we need to export the channel tx to center x, ty to center y. The size will be equal to mouse rect, and also we can make a copy of this material. We only change the width near to 2. We can see that rectangle. We can reset, and we can make it only visible with the linear alpha when the click it's 1, like this. Okay, so we are almost there. We only need the lines. The line will have the number of copies equal to the carbon count, so we drag it from the script that, from the script that to the copy number of copies. We're gonna activate the stamping on the stamp page. The parameter we will declare will be the parameter I, and the value varchar equal to me copy index. So we're gonna use the index of the actual copy. Then we need to make these lines. So we need to look of the current position of each circle to the first point of this line. Okay, so this will be equal to up instance and we look to the 0 channel, that is tx, and the sample will be equal to fetch stamp the parameter I, the index 0, and now we can copy and paste it to here, and we change it to 1. Now we can see the lines, and all those lines are going to the point 0, but we need to have the position of the index that is specified here. So we're gonna look at the same positions, but we're gonna stamp from this column. So we can copy and paste it here, expression, and we can we need to go here, and again we need to check the op instance, the channel 3, and the sample that is on that column, a specified column, that is this one. So when we copy and paste this and change the index to 1, oops, Okay, close it, and it's slow because that is have some errors, but now the lines are good. So let me a second, please. uh, yeah, also this is uh, slow because I'm not using the NVIDIA GPU. I'm using the um the integrated graphics of the laptop. But that's the thing that we can do with this. We can reset with one and add the circles with the mouse, and it's very fun. Also, only to disappear the lines, we need to make the same. So we go to line and we use now the lines. That is the key too. So yeah, we can make this bigger, and now the the script is working good and making the right outcome. So that's it for now. I hope you like it and learn something. I want to thank you that to all that are supporting me on Patreon, and I make more tutorials soon. Goodbye.